Welcome back to part 3 of Unit 8. We are going to continue with our multiplying our exponents, our multiplying scientific notation operations here. Forgive my audio. I just kind of went back and rewatched some of these videos and noticed that my audio is a little kind of gargly. So forgive me for that. I don't really know the fix for it right now. But we're going to keep going. Addition and subtraction with scientific notation. So first thing you need to know is that your power of 10 has to be the same. It has to be the same. So if you have something like 10 to the 4th and 10 to the 5th, you got to change it up before you can combine the two. Okay? When the power drops by 1, the decimal moves 1 to the right. So if we change one of those powers, like we're going to change the 5 to a 4, you're going to have to move that decimal to the right. Then you add or subtract. So notice on this first one, we have 6.89 times 10 to the 4th plus 9.24 times 10 to the 5th. We are going to change our exponents so they are the same. Okay, so we're going to change this 5 and we're going to make it into a 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to change 6.89 times 10 to the 4th. It's going to stay the same. This is going to be to the 4th power because we know that. But we got to move that decimal to the right on our number. We're going to move it 1 to the right. So you're going to actually end up with 92.4 times 10 to the 4th. Again, I know this isn't proper scientific notation, but to add them together, you got to make sure that those powers are the same. So then we can rearrange. We can do 6.89 times 10 to the 4th, which is what we're going to put back here, plus, and we change this to 92.4. Then we can add them together. You end up with 99.29 times 10 to the 4th. Okay, but you're not done because you're not in final notation. This is why it's okay to do this first part. We're going to move this back to the original spot where it should be 9.929. But again, since we made it smaller, we made that number smaller, we're going to have to move it one more, so we need to add 1 at the end. So it ends up with 9.929 times 10 to the 5th. I know it's a couple weird steps there, but that's what you got to do. Let's look at some more examples of that before we finish up this lesson. Hey, we've got 7.83 times 10 to the 8th minus 1.161 times 10 to the 7th. Again, we're going to change the bigger one into a smaller number. So when we do that, again, we got to change this and make this one bigger. We got to change it to the right. So we get 78.3 times 10 to the 7th minus 1.161 times 10 to the 7th. Okay, so we get 78.3 minus 1.161 times 10 to the 7th. Combining those, we get 77.139 times 10 to the 7th. But again, we're not done. We got to put this back into the correct scientific notation form. 7.7139 times 10 to the, since we made that one smaller, we got to add one more. Okay, that would be 10 to the 8th. Okay, see if you can do these next two on your own using this as a guide. Okay, try to write these out on your own. Use that concept of making that bigger exponent into a smaller one. Okay, pause the video and then come on back. And welcome back. Again, we are changing the larger exponent to a smaller exponent, which means we got to change this decimal to 1 over. So we're going to get 8.41 plus, not 9.71, 97.1 times 10 to the 3rd power. And combine the two, we get 105.51 times 10 to the 3rd. This is interesting because now it's not just moving 1, we got to move 1, 2 to get the decimal to the right spot. So we're going to get 1.0551 times 10 to the, well, we moved it 2 spaces to the left, which means we have to add 2. So it's not going to be times 10 to the 3rd, it's going to be times 10 to the 5th. And you're done. Let's see how we did on our second one. Again, we're changing our larger one to a smaller one, the same size, but notice we changed it twice. We went down from 9 to 7, so that means we got to go twice over. So we're going to get 126.3. Sorry, let's do that, not times. 126.3 minus 1.525. And then times 10 to the, we changed it to a 7. Combining the two, we end up with 124.775 times 10 to the 7th. And we got to move it 2 spaces to the left, 1.24775 times 10 to them. We said we moved it twice, so we're going to get times 10 to the 9th. And you're all done. That's all it is. Okay, that is the last bit for Unit 8, Scientific Notation. Please let me know if you have any questions. Send me a message, comment on the video. Hope you're having a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.